Let's see. This is working. Let's do a sound check, but it should be good. All right, I'm gonna bless this message. Anything not of the light or the divine plan is no longer welcome here and must leave immediately, calling upon my angels, my ancestors, only of the highest white light, and Archangel Michael as I calibrate to the energy of the collective. No weapons formed against us shall prosper. Amen. Okay. If you guys are new to my live streams, I haven't been live in a while, but I've done a lot of them. Hundreds of them. So, with that being said, the rules of the live stream. Keep it cute, keep it demure, keep it respectful, because I will not hesitate to block you from this live chat. The safe word, the safe emoji is the banana, okay? Drop a bunch of bananas if you think somebody's being disrespectful. It's not to play the tattletale game or to be the hall monitor or the moderator of the live chat. It's just if something is out of control, beyond out of the ordinary, beyond trolling, okay? So some people like to take that out of hand or out of context. Also, it's in subscriber mode. So I restrict it. I don't do moderators anymore. I moderate my live streams. That way nobody's up in here having to babysit and they can enjoy the live chat and the live stream. So if you have been a subscriber of 14 days or longer, you will be able to participate in today's live stream. Okay, let's get it popping. All right. I have a message for you guys, and it pertains to the feathers that you're going to be ruffling. And this isn't a message I normally get for you guys, but it came in very strong. So you will know right out of the gate if this is for you. You are in your I don't give up is being activated. You feel me? Yes, it's going up on a Thursday. That is being activated. You're like, I don't know. I just don't care. And the reason why you don't care is because you're supposed to help people. You're supposed to be helping people in this with their love situations, or I don't know if you're like the friend that everyone gets advice from. If you're on social media, like I'm sure you guys will let me know. If I keep looking this way, it's because I have my iPad over here and I haven't gotten a monitor for the back of the camera. So I'm looking there, but I'm also looking here just because I can see the live chat over here, but I'm looking at the back of the camera over here because YouTube decided to mirror flip the camera and not ever fix it. And that's annoying to me because I like it the way that I like it. So, but I am going to get a monitor for the back so I can see and I don't have to like look over here. But yeah, you guys are going to ruffle some feathers with your unpopular opinion, your opinion of love. But I want you to understand this. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about your opinion of love because you're correct. You are correct. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, should I tell them? Should I not tell them? No, you have a lot of experience with love, if that makes sense. You know what you're talking about. So don't be doing what I'm doing, which is making a hot mess. I've been at work all day, so I'm a little all over the place. But you're basically going to tell people not what they want to hear, but what they need to hear. So maybe you've been feeling guided to start a social media. Maybe everything that's going on social media with people's relationships is making you want to start a social media, a TikTok, a Instagram, maybe a YouTube channel with helping people and their love situationships, their karmic love affairs, their love triangles, whatever they be going through. You are that person to help them. You will be the next Wizard Liz. Not saying that like no one's here to like replace her. There will always be like one Wizard Liz, but do you know what I mean? Like you're about to be about that life. And so what I was getting is you're going to be very, I don't care. So maybe you need this confirmation that if you were thinking about starting a social media business in regards to helping people or just being the word on the street like that, where you just tell people about themselves, like don't be scared to ruffle feathers. People will appreciate it, especially if they're asking you. Now, we've all had that one friend that has come and asked us, Oh my gosh, what should I do about Bobby? And if you're new here, Bobby is always the thirsty, the F boy, and Becky is always the opportunist, the dusty. They're all the things, but it's Becky and Bobby. That's just what it is in my narrative on my corner of the internet. And hi guys, thank you for being here, and thank you for being members. To you guys that are members in the chat. But yeah, it's like you don't need to apologize for your opinion, but at the same time, like, I don't know, you're just being activated in such a way. But we all have friends where they ask us for advice on the dusty or the F boy that they're dating, and then they use it against us. Especially if you're chosen, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll wait, okay? If you guys have earbuds in, if you are operating heavy machinery, maybe turn it down just a skosh, because I'm going to be hitting the bell. We got order in the cosmic court. And, you know, I'll be tippity typing as well. But yeah, do you know what I mean though? We have that friend and they're like, oh my gosh, what should I do? And then we tell them what they should do. Do they listen to us? Do they listen? They're like, so, you know, I was going to leave Bobby, but then I decided that like he was really hot. So like, I'm just going to stay with him. And then later on down the road, it's your fault that you gave them this wonderful advice about Bobby and how he's a freaking scumbag. Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Put a heart in the comments if you have always been that friend where you, from life experience, from watching your family members, from watching social media, you're just a very observant person. But you could also be like me where you've learned things the hard way. But put a heart in the comments if you have been that friend where they get the advice from you. And this could be in any area of life. It doesn't just have to be love. And because they're mortified that they're going to go back to that person or back to that job or back to that family or back to that situation, that they use it against you. Like, and all you were trying to do was, I don't know, help them. Yeah, let me know. If you got, oh my gosh, it's a lot of hearts. I wasn't even current on the live chat. I was looking like further up and I'm like, wait, I don't see anything. Thank you guys for participating. You are, look at this. Oh my gosh, I have the chills. Bestie, you are going to go viral. Now, what comes to mind is Wizard Liz's demeanor. You know how she's like, bah, 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 boopity boopity boop, and like, you're like, I'm listening. I pinned it at the top of the comments yesterday from yesterday's message. Whoever said that, thank you. Somebody said, you're like our bestie on the internet. That's like, you know, like family, but also like slaps us around with love. I was like, oh my gosh. But I was like, thank you, because some people don't like tough love. And you are going to be that type of person that gives the tough love. And just because there are some people that aren't ready for the breakthrough, even though they're like acting like they're begging for it. Oh my gosh, I want the breakthrough and I want my soulmate. They ain't ready. And the proof will be in the pudding. The proof will be in their actions. And we can't save everybody. Let's be so for real. We can't save everybody, but we can try. And just because there's people around you in your work environment that don't respect your opinion, we don't care. Just because there's people in your family that love to scapegoat you and make you the black sheep, and they're like, what opinion? We don't care, okay? All of these things that we know how to do, we're like, I'm pretty social and I'm good with people. Noted. Let's see. I'm not scared to get up on social media. Noted. I'm a pretty decent public speaker. Noted. Your calculations are correct. And I don't care if Cindy Lou Who down the street is still crying about that advice that you gave her. It's her fault she didn't listen. Listen, Linda, listen. It is her fault. She didn't want to take it in, and now she's going on the merry-go-round of freaking love triangles. She's on the merry-go-round of BS. You feel me? You could also be like Shira7, Sprinkle Sprinkle, if you guys watch her content. You're going to give that tough love that is necessary. You have a special gift in your delivery where people are not so offended. So I really want to put that on your heart and your mind that if there are people like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Who's going to watch you on the internet? People, there are millions and thousands and hundreds of people that need help with certain things they're confused about. And if you have the life experience, this doesn't just have to pertain to love, but I'm getting that, your roundabout version of like what you consider love, whether it's love from a family, it could be love in a relationship, you're going to help people. So if somebody's trying to give you, this name of like, well, you're going to get a bad reputation and people aren't going to really be appreciating your advice and this, that, and the third. You're learning daily. You're learning daily what you should be saying and not saying and how it helps people and how it makes people feel. Understand that you take your purpose seriously. You take your spiritual rank seriously. So I shared something in the community tab with you guys where I told you, you don't owe anybody an explanation. Okay? If you're up on social media or online or on the internet doing your thing and you're showing people, you're teaching people something, you don't need to, I don't know, you don't need to worry about these other people's opinion because they're irrelevant. Hi guys. Thank you, Savage. Hi, Danielle. Danielle's been with me for a while on YouTubeverse. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. You're just going to have this roundabout way of showing people what a real spark is and what is not. Okay? You have a way of breaking down narcissistic behavior. You have a way of telling people what they really need to know without making them cry. If anything, the people that really need your advice, they'll be crying but happy that you told them. People that are really trying to evolve, they're like, dang, I really didn't want to hear that, but I needed to hear that, and I'm okay with that. And I'm so grateful that I was open and receptive to that information, because otherwise I would have just been out here trying to figure out what to do. So you're going to be that person that comes in just in the nick of time. So whether you are in your own soulmate energy, whether you have a soulmate or a twin flame or a kingdom spouse, whatever you guys call it, divine counterpart, whether you have the perfect family, there is something, whoever I'm speaking to, you are part of the 0.1% or you are chosen, whatever group you resonate with. There is something that is a match made in heaven in your life, whether it's your job, you being the CEO of your life, your relationship, there's something that you have on lockdown, on solid ground, that you can easily teach, that you are truly the expert in because of it's a hard knock life. And you've taken the scenic route a couple of times, a time or 5. So whatever that perfect thing is that people really look at and they envy, you can help teach this to others. So whatever your line of expertise is, that's going to be what you will help other people break through, or with their breakthrough. Hi, Star. I missed you too. Hi, Nico. So what gives you a spark in your life? Is it your family? Is it your creative, the things that you do creatively? Is it your spiritual work? Is it your Reiki? Whatever that is, you will be able to mentor and teach that to others. Look, we have the 4 of Wands. And with this 4 of Wands, you see her in this cocoon, and then other people helping her out of this cocoon so she can be stable, so she can, transform, go through this metamorphosis, but not just fall, she'll probably fall up out of there. You know when I tell you guys, like, don't fall up out of the bed. And I'm like, can you fall up? You guys know what I'm saying. But if she was just going to try to come out of this cocoon on her own, she probably would have fallen on her head. You are realizing that there is strength in numbers, though you might be a very private person. And maybe where you thought you were going to involve other people, I don't know how to say this because it sounds like a contradiction. Okay, let's say there are all these people that are around you in this cocoon. There are people that really need this information. They really need this advice. But maybe you thought there was going to be like your person standing outside of this cocoon. Maybe you thought it was going to be your family members, your coworkers, your peers, people that were supposed to be in your inner circle. And it's actually going to be the public, customers, clients, prospects that are going to be helping you up out of this cocoon because they have been waiting for you. Does that make sense? So maybe you thought, oh, I'll start a social media with my family, or I'll start a social media with my person. And I don't want to keep using this as an excuse, but it is something that's going viral right now. What's happening with Wizard Liz and that relationship. And I feel like this dude was straight revenge of the nerds. Shout out to all my nerds, but not these type of nerds. Not these type, because these are narcissistic nerds, okay? I'm a nerd, I'm a dork, I'm the black sheep, I'm the lone wolf, I'm all the things. Ugly duckling, late bloomer. I resonate with all of it. But this guy specifically was stalking her, and now this is my theory, stalking her and making her pay for how he got bullied, for how he got treated in life, trying to make her an embarrassment because she is an online guru, she's a dating coach. But now he got her out, he's trying to have her out here looking embarrassed, looking dumb, looking like, oh, I'm pregnant and I chose this moron. I'm stuck with him for 18 years. But that is not what's going to be the case, no matter what he wants it to be. And I feel like we all at one point in our life learned this the hard way, where people were seeking us, they were watching us, they were studying us. I've been telling you guys that people are taking notes on you. So be very careful if you think you manifested somebody or somebody thinks that they manifested you, because that's not always what somebody's going to say, but we all have like a learning curve. I feel like with what's going on with Wizard Liz, I feel like I learned that the hard way 3 or 4 times. And it was unfortunate. But sometimes people are looking for us in a very vulnerable state. And we're giving them the playbook. So what you're learning about yourself as well is if you're going to give online dating advice or whatever advice you're going to give, you're going to make sure that if you're single, the person that you're going to be rocking with or going on dates with is pretty unfamiliar with the internet or unfamiliar with you. Now, if you were thinking about doing social media with the person that you just met or somebody that you've been with for a long time, I want you to reconsider that you're probably a very private person. And a lot of people will either think, oh, they don't deserve them, or they covet and envy and want your person. So maybe you're rethinking if you're going to do that, if you're going to put your children online, if you're going to put your family online. Because yeah, it would be fun, but at the same time, it puts an amount of pressure on your relationship or your family that doesn't really need to be there if you already have a brand or you want to build a brand. So I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you're really reconsidering how that's going to look, because you learn things at a rapid rate. You are the star. So you come through giving everyone hope and renewal and like little twinkles in their eyes, like a Disney movie. They think like, oh my gosh, like I could have that too. But at the same time, you're the tower. So you're the perfect one for the job, because not only are you the tower and you can give it to them straight, no chaser, you help them with their breakthroughs. You always get like, it's the perfect combination, but you're really looking at how people's relationships are unfolding on the internet and how things have played out in your own life. And the people that you thought you maybe wanted to help you with this transformation are not necessarily the people that you need to help you with this transformation. So it's not to say like your person's not there for you, or your person doesn't care about you, or your family doesn't care about you. It's like, do you want them in the limelight like you are in the limelight? Do you want to put that pressure on your family? Do you want to put that pressure on your partner? You might not want to. Or maybe at one point you thought it was a great idea. But maybe some of you guys like your relationships the way that they are, so you're not going to add that unnecessary pressure. You can ruffle feathers alone. I'm sure the Wizard Liz is thinking, dang, I wish I wouldn't have put that dude on my social media. But it was good that she did. She's never been public with the relationship. And it was great that other people that want to help her with this transformation are seeing like, hey, that guy was not a good guy. Because the backstory of how he sought her out is kind of sus. And if he's, good with computers, like I had an ex that was really good with computers and he could hack into literally anything. And he did that, but also did that to make my life very hard. So he would track my Jeep, he would track my phone, he would track me anywhere. This person, we'll call him Revenge of the Nerd, Dusty, Mr. Ciucciolini, he basically was seeking her out and telling her things that she wanted to hear. And I've dealt with that just on YouTube alone. Okay, when I first started my YouTube channel, I dealt with masculines telling me, oh my gosh, let's collaborate, da 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 da. I think that you're great, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have a friend. I'm like so excited. And then the other shoe drops. And they're not just talking to me, they're talking to a bunch of other people that they're trying to collaborate with and weasel their way into their spotlight. This Dusty weaseled his way into her spotlight and then tried to ruin her name and give her a bad reputation. But that is not what God had destined. So just because she made a mistake in thinking that she manifested this person doesn't mean that there wasn't a huge lesson involved and then him going around saying, I manifested her. No, God's got another plan. There's a whole upheaval and the whole collective is going to help her out of this, this dark night of the soul. She's going to come out just fine. You feel me? So when I first started on YouTube, I had, a bunch of masculines that were also YouTubers wanting to collaborate, wanting to do certain things. And now I am very, very, very careful about who I even talk to online, who I am even public with when I'm in their live chats or supporting their content. But yeah, it's, I unfortunately had to learn the hard way that these people are like predators. They're watching you. So you have a lot of eyes on you. You have people that want to see you fall out of this cocoon. You have people that are like, oh my gosh, I want that cocoon for myself. You have other people that are like, well, I'm going to wait for them to build themselves up a little bit. And I'm going to see if I can wiggle my way in there. I'm going to wait for them to build some stuff first. And then I'm going to come in. You are destined to be famous, whether you want to be or not. And I say this to you guys a lot because I feel like it can kind of have like a negative connotation where it's like, well, I'm not trying to be rich and famous. And I get that. But you're going to be known around the world for doing something pretty freaking incredible that is very special and authentic to you. So that's what I mean by that. Angel Goddess, the Aloha guy, I remember. Yeah, I don't like to name names, but that was just one of many, Angel Goddess. Angel Goddess is one of my A1 day ones, and I've been on YouTube for like 4.5 years. Yeah, I started out really slow, and I think he was like trying to, kind of collaborate, and I was promoting all of his decks. And then he would like completely drop me to like go collaborate with like 6 other people. And I was like, I thought we were like in the middle of a conversation, but he had ulterior motives. All of these masculines that I was dealing with on YouTube specifically, they had ulterior motives. What is that one guy's name? If you guys have been with me a while, he's one of the guys that talks about the chosen ones all the time in Decepticons. He basically wanted me to come to his studio because me and him live in the same state. He wanted me to come to his studio when he has a baby on the way. And I was like, dude, we live in the same state. We can FaceTime to brainstorm. I need you to come to my studio so we can brainstorm. I'm like, bro, you got one baby mama that don't F with you at all. You put that all over YouTube. Then you got another baby on the way. And then you want me to come pull through your studio so we can brainstorm. And then because I told him to go F himself, he went on YouTube and said, Tarot stupid. Like, oh, your feelings are hurt. And I really don't give an F. Your feelings are hurt and it's fine. So you went from wanting to collaborate with me to saying what I do is a crock of crap. And first of all, that just shows me you're not even smart enough to be taking notes. You should have been taking notes because that's not what all of my channel entails. I cannot. So you got to be careful out here. And that's just, we're watching this play out with Wizard Liz. And it's like, dang, was this guy? Now all of us have our own theories. Like, was this guy watching her? From what I heard, you don't just randomly see somebody in another country when they've got a hoodie on. They've got sunglasses, their whole face is covered, and you're just like, Liz? And you've never met this person in real life unless you got IP addresses. And it triggered me when I heard that's how they met. I was like, what? And then she was on a girls' trip, I think in Santorini. She was on a girls' trip and then let this dude crash the girls' trip. And then he's on the phone the whole time, like bored. First of all, if he was a real one, he wouldn't want to be on her girls' trip. The F? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, if I pull up in a hoodie and I'm just like trying to be incognito at the airport and you're like, Liz, and you've never, you're like, Brittany, but really how? Like, you could be guessing, but he was playing with fate to me. And there's a reason why I couldn't even watch their Q&A. Sometimes people's Q&As like give me like, I'm not trying to judge their union or their relationship. That's not for me to judge. But something about me I don't really want to watch that. And he really does have the staring out and love bombing. He's got that down pat. Yeah, he was definitely stalking. And because I've been stalked, not only on YouTube, before I was ever online, I had been stalked where I would hide from my ex that was physically not nice to me. I don't want to use certain words on here. And I had ran from him like 5 times, and I was an addict at the time. So I was trying to get clean and he was trying to bring me back in. I was trying to get clean and he was trying to bring me back in. So one night I was hiding in a hotel. I had my phone off, okay? iPhone was off. I don't know why I had it under the bed, but I was like, I'm gonna put this under the bed. Then I wake up, I go outside. He ripped the license plate off of my Jeep. I'm like, great. So I'm like, I'm not turning my phone on. I go to get gas before I go to work, and I'm like, hope I don't get pulled over on the way to work. And he pulls up behind me at the gas station that I'm at. When the wizard Liz was like telling like, this is how we met, I was like, you're in Santorini. And then he's trying to get sympathy from her. Like, I got scammed out of my guy's trip. And then how are you just gonna just invite yourself onto her girls trip? You know, we've all been in those friendships where it could have been us that did it. I've been guilty of it. I've been on both sides of it. Where I was never like single for long. So when I would be wild, like a freaking lunatic, like, hey. And it would bother my friends because like, can you just like sit down? I'm like, no, I'm being a social butterfly. I've been in a prison for I've been in this relationship for I don't know how long. I'm going outside. So you guys could have had friends where they're like, oh my gosh, like, why are you hanging out with these guys? They're going to like ruin our trip. Or why are you hanging out with these girls? They're going to ruin our trip or ruin us having a good time at the club. Well, riddle me what? We've all been on both sides of that, I feel like, where we can understand, oh, I was so excited that I didn't even realize I ruined our trip. I didn't even realize I did that. And, yeah, it's just very unfortunate that that's happening to her, but there's a new opportunity coming. So you guys, as the 0.1 and the chosen, you can be looking at all of these things that are going down on social media, things that have happened to you, whether it's stalking, gang stalking, family issues, and you're going to use that, and it's going to be your legacy. It is going to be a part of your legacy. You will be that person on the block. You will be the word on the street because you got some pretty important words to say. Like, don't you wish that, like, some people that were going through some ish, you could call them and be like, oh my gosh, I can totally tell you, like, why he's like this or why she's like that. You will have that opportunity to be a voice online, no matter what it is that you specialize in. It doesn't matter if it's music. Your music will shift people. It doesn't matter if it's art. Your art will shift people. You just have it. You have that it factor. There's greatness in your DNA. Thank you, Earth Angel. I know, I haven't been live in a couple of months, you guys. I know. Sometimes you gotta like switch it up for a little bit. And I like doing the like, you know, the funny intros for you guys. And you guys know that I love editing, but it's nice to get on the live stream and talk to you guys directly. That's my favorite. But it was nice to take a little break. So I do go live a lot. So if you are new here, you want to subscribe, you need to hit the bell. My live streams are always in subscriber only mode. And it's so we can filter out a lot of the ish so we can just hang out. Thank you to anyone that's donated. Thank you to any Cash App donations or Super Chat donations. Thank you so much. Sometimes I miss it when I'm channeling messages. And when I have a monitor on the back of this, which will be in the next couple of days, I'll be able to see it better instead of like seeing the back of the camera, looking at the iPad, seeing the back of the camera, and yeah. So we have petty people that don't want you to be this. Somebody thought they were going to come through and like surprise you. Now remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. Somebody thought that they were going to blindside you or surprise you. I mean, obviously they're not acquainted with the facts, but somebody's been petty with you. And for some reason, this is eye-opening to you that they've been reckless and that you weren't really catching it. But now that you're sitting down and reflecting, you're like, wait, I catch that shade. I see what they're doing. That was disrespectful. They were being conniving. They were omitting things. And so you're about to put somebody on blast. Like, you owe me a freaking apology. How do you feel about that? Oh, you don't like it? I don't care. Because if you want something from me, you better keep it 1,000. You better keep it a buck. You better keep it respectful. And there are some people around you, they want a whole lot of favors from you, and they ain't keeping it 1,000. So you're about to put them on blast. Like, hey, I've been doing these favors for you. I've been doing these services for you. I've been helping you out with this. And you've been acting really immature and thinking that, like, I just owe you this. Like, I just got to do this for you. What? Somebody could have tried to put you in a very uncomfortable situation, and you bopped them back down to reality. You said, oh, you must not know about me. You need to be knocked down a peg or 5. So let me explain something to you. When I'm helping you out and I'm doing something out of the kindness in my heart, and you try to play with me, you try to play in my face, you try to toy with my name, you try to toy with my family, I have something for you. And you already know, if you've been here a long time, we always have one in the hopper. Always. Always. Somebody thought that they could take advantage and that it would fly under the radar. And maybe it did for a while, because this is something that you really wanted. Let's say that you've been zero contact with your family for a while, and now you and your family are reconciling, and they're still trying some sneaky stuff. It's like that. Let's say you have been zero contact with your person, and now you guys are trying to reconcile. You're just catching them do some sneaky stuff. So you're like, hold on. Literally, hold on. You're like, I don't know what you're doing right now. They think that because you want to be reconnected so badly that they can like slip some things through the cracks. And you're like, so that's just like a little sidebar. That's just like a little sidebar. You're like, dang, I'm going to stand on business. You're going to say some things that are going to shock some people this week. And I feel like this is just the beginning. Your I don't give a is being activated. So whoever you are reconciling with, or you're like enjoying a moment, and somebody is doing something that benefits them, and you're like, what are you doing though? And they're like, who, me? Yeah, you. The one I'm calling out. Yeah, not today, Satan. Thank you, Lucky. All my energy back in my bucket. Yes. Thank you, Gemini Queen. Hi, Angie. I am under new management. Yeah, they really thought like, oh, I'm not picking that up. But they really thought, oh, they really missed me. So I'm sure I can get away with this. They really missed the family. So I'm sure I can get away with that. Whoever that was to you, I want you to know that they almost peed or pooped their pants. Just saying. Because you said something so crazy to them like, no. And they thought they had already bought your love or bought themselves some time. They must not watch your social media. They must need a reminder that you've been evolving at a rapid rate and you now stand on business, okay? This is you controlling the dragon. So it's really easy for you to tell the sheep what time it is. Do you feel me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You can control the dragons in the sky, like the mother of dragons. Okay, you got like some Targaryen business going on. And these people are like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? You're like, you're a whole sheep. And you thought I wasn't going to tell you about yourself. Like, you guys are really good at stopping the revenge before it can even begin. You are really good at nipping the retaliation in the butt before it can even begin. Divine Oracle, thank you so much. Hold on. So, whoever this family member is, or lover, or I don't know who you're acquainted with, that it's giving there's somebody else tied into the situation. I keep getting this the past month, so it's very specific, but you will know if it is yours. Let's say it's your sister, okay? And your sister is a nut job, but you love your niece or you love your nephew, and they're just always doing wackadoodle stuff, but you're like, oh, I want to be the best aunt ever, or the best uncle ever, or the best godparent ever. And they make it hard for you. Even though you love this little person, you're still going to stand on business. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, it's giving that. So it's not somebody you can just go tell to F off. It is somebody you're still telling to F off, but it's not something that you're just going to get rid of like that because there's another person involved that you care about that doesn't really get a choice, that doesn't really get a say. So however they thought they were going to steal your time or steal something from you, like, let's say this is your sister, and because they know that you care about this little one, they're like, yeah, so I haven't been paying my rent and I really need to borrow some money. And you're like, you might help them, but you're going to tell them about themselves. Do you feel me? It's like that. Like, it's family or a loved one putting you in that type of predicament where you're like, why are you even putting me in this situation? And it's because they are reliant on your love for the other family member. They are reliant on your love for, they're like, well, I mean, you don't want to see us out on the street, do you? And you're like, well, of course not. But how am I the bad guy? You're the bad parent, but riddle me what? It's going to be my fault? It's going to be my fault? So you are in this energetic, I'm going to tell people what I need to tell them. I don't care if it hurts their feelings. I don't care if it ruffles their feathers. This is just the beginning of your voice activation. So whether it's family, an ex, a job, it could be a terrible boss. Maybe there's been a boss that you've been dealing with for those of you that haven't left your 9 to 5 yet, that are considering. And this boss has been watching you from the shadows. They're like, can they see me? Can they see me? And then treating you however the frick. You guys really get in front of people's retaliation when somebody from your past wants to come in and meddle. Now, this is separate from the other thing. I mean, well, it could be tied together, but I feel like it's separate. Motorcycle, confirmation. This person, these people from your past or these terrible bosses, they're like, they have a game plan, okay? They think they have a game plan, but they don't realize that you control this by your thoughts, your words, your voice, your prayer. So it's not going to go good for them, okay? It's not going to go good for them. Your I don't give up is being activated, and I'm very excited for you. Hold on. Thank you, Angie. Or maybe an ex-boss. I feel like you guys will know who this person is. They could even be really quiet right now. You guys can have a boss that's been like hiding behind the scenes. They haven't really said anything to you lately, but maybe they're like terrorizing your peers or your coworkers. And maybe this is a job environment you've really been wanting to walk away from for a while because you're like, oh my gosh, everybody's so unhappy here. And I feel like you have a lot of protection around you. So even though they want to mess with you, anytime they've tried to retaliate, it has ended badly. Okay? Anytime these people have tried to retaliate, it has ended badly. So I want you guys to drop a star down below if you know for a fact that when terrible people come at you sideways because they think that they can, or they think that they're in a position of power, and then they get bopped back down to reality by the force of the divine, the universe, or God, I want you to drop a star below, because you have a force field of untouchable around you. You quit last Friday? Amen. Yeah, you guys have about had it. Thank you guys. Oh my gosh, I love seeing the confirmation like live. I'm like, yes, it's making sense. But basically, these people feel like I didn't get away with it then, so I'm gonna take it out on all these other people. Maybe they've been trying this for years, like trying to get at you, and it's just backfires every time. So now, because they see that you have all of this protection, they're trying to take it out on the people that you care about. And you feel some type of way about that. So you are not going to let these people get any type of upper hand in your life. On top of that, you have somebody that could have tried to mess with you recently. And you have another person on the way. So let me think about this. Especially if you're at your 9 to 5 and you have karmic family members that you still have to sometimes deal with, that you can't completely be zero contact with. So let's say you have these karmic family members, and one of them, it could be an in-law. Okay, I was hearing in-law strongly. Could be trying to get at you, and you're like, I will not give them access. I freaking refuse. I want you to know they are stewing from the fact that you will not give them access. They're like, wait, what? They have to answer to me. No, I don't. Actually, no, I don't. Then you have another person that's been stewing from 3-5 years ago, and you're going to see them in the next 5 to 7 days. Some of you know who this is, and others of you are like, I don't want to know who that is. But you guys will probably know who I'm talking about. You put in your 2-week notice yesterday. Have a fantastic opportunity lined up. Yeah, we're going to start looking at the janky situations we're dealing with currently as a stepping stone. Who says I have to stay here if I've outgrown it? You outgrow things at a rapid rate. So who says, like, just because everybody's great here that you have to stay there? I'm sure that in certain circumstances, like that toxic job, that toxic relationship, people tell you like you're way better than this situation that you're dealing with. For instance, the wizard Liz. I'm sure at the moment when she met this guy, she felt like this Landon Dusty McDuster dude. I'm sure she felt like, oh my gosh, this is so synchronistic. This is really cool. Because sometimes we tell ourselves so much that we preach that we're like, yeah, it's aligning all in my favor. And sometimes we be tricking ourselves or gaslighting ourselves, but we still learn faster than most. So it's like that dude, shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. It'll come back to me though. But yeah, that dude, I can't. I literally can't. Frick, what was I going to say? Oh, I remember. Right? That guy, he's not cute. And when there was like a short or a reel, it could be like, okay, he could be cute. Okay, there's like a little filter moment. He could be cute. And then he started talking. Okay, and all of us in this chat, we read energy. And ain't nobody was like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's so cute. No, it was off. Everybody thought it was off. I thought I was alone. I thought I was like, oh, am I being like a hater right now? Like, I'm not a hater. Like, I'm a big advocate of love, but something, I don't know. And so I just clicked off because I didn't want to be judgmental. And it was like, something about him was just, their energy did not align. They were saying stuff that didn't match up. I'm sure further down the road, she's going to be looking at him like, yeah, we made a really cute baby, but I don't know what the frick I was doing with you. And she might tell him as much. Okay? She might tell him as much. We all drop a flower in the comments if you guys are late bloomers like me and you look at your exes, not like, we're not judgmental people. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh my gosh, he's hot, he's ew, he's hot, he's ew. But remember that point where you put those exes on a pedestal? You're like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're like the most amazing thing. Okay, put a flower in the comment if you're like looking at them like, oh, I dodged one with that. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, I was with them for 5 years. Yeah, I was with them for 3 years. Yeah, I was with them for 8 years. However long you were with them, you dodged one and now you're blooming. And there's nothing that they could do to rip a petal off of what you got going on now. Okay? But we've all done that where we're like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. Oh my gosh, look how cute they are. And then we're far removed from the equation and we're like, oh, okay. What was I doing? She'll get there. She'll get there. 9 years dodged. Thank you, Glenna, for your donation. Your ex-husband. Yeah, all my exes live in Texas like I'm George Strait. I can't. I was like, ooh, 1, 2. I could think of like 4 off the top of my head where I was like, ooh, girl, what were you doing? Like, okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. We have some good news. So yeah, even though there's some people trying to like sneak in through the back door, they're trying to, I don't know. I tell you guys all the time that people are constantly haunted by the words that you tell them. So imagine the Wizard Liz, for instance, having haters, even though she's like amazing, but she has haters too. So imagine those people that feel called out by her and they're just waiting for their opportunity, or they're like happy at the fact that all this mess is unfolding on social media. You have people like that in your lives that treat you like you're a damn celebrity. So even though you don't think you're one, these people be treating you as such. So there is someone that you told off where to go and how to get there because they stole from you. They did something to you and they were dead wrong to do that to you. You tried being cordial, you tried being nice, kind, cute, respectful. You tried all the things and they still tried you. When you told them about yourself, told them about themselves, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but several, say it with me, bestie, several, they're still stewing, and it's been years. For some of you, months. For others of you, years. And they want an opportunity to come back into the fold, but they're still scared. So it's funny. It's like when we're young and we want to ask our parents, like, can we go over to so-and-so's house? But we're like, you know, if you grew up with a parent like me, you're like, I don't want to freaking ask them crap. But I would count in my head to like 1, 2. Okay, in 10 seconds, I'm going to do it. Okay, in 20 seconds, I'm going to go ask them. That's what this person is doing. They want to act tough and like, I could say something to them. I've been waiting a long time. They're going to do that. They're going to fuck around and find out. You feel me? Period. They're literally going to mess around and find out. So, there's like been 2 attempts by this person to cross paths with you. And they're doing more than counting to 10. They're like, I got something to say to them. And they're probably bragging to their friends. Oh, when I see them again, it's going to be like this and like that and like this. You're probably the only one in that neck of the woods that stands on business. And they've been rubbed the wrong way and they can't let it go. So they're going to continue to count. Because when and if they run into you again, they are not even mentally prepared, especially if they haven't seen you in years. Because maybe back then you were at the beginning of your spiritual awakening. Maybe back then it was before your spiritual awakening. No matter the case, you're ready now because you stay ready. Second anthem for the channel. We vibrate high as heaven. As high as heaven. They can't freaking touch us, but they be trying. Okay, that part's not in there, but I just be adding stuff. We vibrate high as heaven. We stay prayed up and strapped in every sense of the word. Our destiny is ours by birthright. Don't start none and won't be none. So we stay prayed up and strapped. It's like The Last of Us, okay? If you guys have watched The Last of Us, what can we drop in the comments? Drop the fire emoji down below if you watch The Last of Us. It's like Ellie. Ellie's got to fight the zombies, okay? Or maybe you guys have played the game. Either way. I've never played the game, but I watched the show. It's like they're ready for the zombie apocalypse. They're there counting. Her and her bestie are like, how many zombies do you hear? And she's like, she's strapped. She's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're looking at each other, counting. And they're going in. Unafraid, unbothered, and unapologetic. That is how people be looking at you like, well, I mean, why aren't they scared? You're not scared to get bit because you're immune. Ellie is immune. That's you guys. You feel me? Yes. K Savage says get with it or get lost. Yeah, I just started watching that show and I be catching up on stuff fast. I don't get many days off. Riddle me what? I do not get many days off, but when I do, I will catch up on a whole season or 5 real freaking quick. So, yeah, I liked watching that show. I like Handmaid's Tale and The Last of Us. Those are good shows. I like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and because I grew up Mormon and also grew up Southern Baptist. That's a story for another day. And but yeah, you guys are coming in like Ellie. They're like, why are they so like? Meh, 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 meh? It's because you don't care. That is your I don't give up is activated. People think like, oh my gosh, they're so sweet and little. And I'm sure like if Ellie didn't talk, they'd be like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. And then she's like got a knife and, you know, the knife that her mom gave her and freaking all the weapons she's got. And she's not, you know, she's still learning stuff about herself. And you can see it as the show progresses. She's always like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that like that. And you guys are that way. So these people are never ready for the smoke that you will bring. They think they want smoke. They're like, I'll take all the smoke because I'm not scared of them. Keep telling your friends that because when the day comes, you're going to be scared. When the day comes, you're going to be scared. Just saying. Okay, let's see what else we get for you. I'm seeing that you guys are going to be standing on the top of the Wheel of Fortune because in this, I don't give up is being activated. You might be a little bit more reckless with money. Okay, maybe normally you're like, oh, I shouldn't spend there and I shouldn't spend that. Somebody here had a plan. Take it if it resonates. You could have had a plan to move some debt or move some money around. And then something that you were really excited to start could have thrown a wrench in that. You're like, oh, I just went right back to where I started. Maybe it put you further in debt. God doesn't really want you to look at it that way, or the universe or the divine, because you're about to get another opportunity. So don't be scared that you were reckless with that money. Or do you know what I mean? It's like, let's say you paid $5,000 of the debt and you've been waiting to pay that, or you were paying taxes or something like that. And then something else that you've really been wanting to do or get the ball rolling on costs just as much. So just when you went to pay that, it got replaced with something else. And you're like, what did I do? Don't be concerned because you have stability coming in no matter what. You were not being reckless. Something that was really on your heart to start, it could have been putting a down payment on something. It could have been, it wasn't something that frivolous. But if you hadn't had started it, you would have waited, or maybe it would have never gotten done. So maybe it was some new furniture. Maybe it was a car. Maybe it was like you just got out of debt and then you had to get a car and you're like, oh, like what did I just do? Don't even worry about that because you're going to be sitting pretty. You are going to be sitting pretty. Oh, you go, Gwen Coco. I freaking love that. I have a cup. I have a Mean Girls cup. A Mean Girls like water cup, and it's got like glitter and stuff in it that like moves around. But it has all the Mean Girl sayings on it. And it's like, oh my gosh, you're so stupid, Karen. And then on Wednesdays we wear pink or whatever they say. But yeah. But yeah, I feel like it could have been a lot of money. So that's why you're like, what did I do? That was not a little bit of money. You have more money on the way. Affirm that below. I have more money on the way. You right now are being activated to do what makes you excited. Literally day to day. So if it makes you excited to paint something, if it makes you excited to start vlogging or carrying a camera around or taking pictures, like, you're going to stand on that. Like, your boss could be looking for you, or your person, but I feel like you are really doing what your heart desires because for so long you had to be in this box of doing what everybody expected of you. Okay? You always had to do what everyone expected of you. You are unleashing the dragon in you. Like, yeah, I can still stand on business and do things for others, but I need to do more for myself. I'm no longer going to give things from an empty cup. I just can't anymore. And if people don't understand it and they're crying and stomping and kicking on the floor, then that's just what it is. Because you are seeing where you have been hurt, sad, drained, destructive, grumpy, moody, from giving everyone else things first. Like, I gotta take care of my family, but we can be ADHD, OC, laundry pile up. You gotta let the kids cry. You gotta let the husband bitch or the wife bitch, or just let him do it. You need to start doing things for you, and that is why it won't always be the people that you think that are going to be letting you up out of this cocoon, because maybe everyone around you that you care about is conditioned to you being mom mode or dad mode, and you always putting out all the fires. Everyone's gonna have to learn how to put out a fire or five, so you can get a nap, so you can ride off into the sunset and go do something for you. Okay? And yeah, you guys could be teaching them like, hey, mommy needs a break, daddy needs a break, I need this. I can't be doing for everybody to the best of my ability if I am completely like donezo. Naps are lit. Hi, Melanie. I'm sending you lots of love. Hi, Organic Slay. Hi, Shania. Ooh, Shania, you're on VIP now. Welcome. I appreciate you. Yeah, boundaries. Boundaries are sometimes so hard with people that we care about. You ever tell like your kids, you're like, I'm not going to spoil you. I'm going to make you earn it. I want to give you the things that I never had, but I'm going to make you earn it. And then you end up spoiling them and you're like, what did I just do? You're doing the math. You're like, I need to stand on business. There are some times where we can't stand on business with the people that we love because we just want to keep giving them and giving them and giving them things. And we're like, no, no, no. Especially if we had it so different when we were younger. Does that make sense? Like you might have had a parent that was never around, or they were always arguing about money. And so you make it a point to not argue about money in front of your children, or you make it a point to not tell them no, but maybe there's a fine line that you're trying to straddle with, like, do you know what I mean? I know you guys know what I mean. But yeah, you guys are going to figure it out. You guys are going to figure it out. There's so much that you have worked through. You can't be perfect, bestie, every day of the week. Okay? You cannot be perfect every day of the week. The people that are your inner circle, your children, your person, they love you. And training is in session. Class is in session. Everybody is getting on board, even though it might pain you to maneuver them differently. So maybe before you were putting on everyone else's oxygen mask first and you're like, okay, that don't work anymore. So now there's a new regime. There's a new protocol. I have a feeling that the people that you care about are very fast learners. Okay, if they want to keep you in their life, they're very fast learners. So your partnerships, your unions, your family, your squad is stepping it up. Like, well, I want my mommy to be happy, so I'm not going to be acting bad, and I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to mind my business when they're taking a nap. I'm not going to give my person a hard time. Like, I can see they're working their butt off, and I can go make myself a sandwich. Whatever it is. Class is in session. They could have pretended at first they didn't understand the assignment, but trust and believe they understand the assignment now. Okay? You are safe to maneuver how you want to with the people that you care about and with the public. For those of you that are going to be online ruffling feathers and saying whatever the heck, people can tell the difference between being rude and being caring, like being a caring person. Like, there are some people online and they're like boopity boopity boop, and it's very like, it's vulgar, it's rude, it's condescending. We read energy here, okay? Whether it's in the live chat, whether it's in person, we can read people to filth. And then there's some people that can't read with two hands and a map. So there's a difference between people that are mean and then you. So however you deliver the message, people are still going to feel like you're delivering the message with love. You are being reborn. For those of you with your soulmate, your relationship is being reborn. So there's 1 to 2 rebirths. There's this rebirth with your family dynamic, because that is evolving and it's shifting. Then there is this rebirth with you and your person. You guys could be doing inner child healing. And now you guys see the inner child in each other more. Maybe you used to at first, and now you're kind of like, I had to work, and I don't want to talk to you right now. Whatever it is. Take the garbage out and go get the mail. Whatever it is. you guys are seeing like, okay, we need to have a different mindset because life is too short. It could be this way with your children, but you guys are all being reborn. You are safe to maneuver and you are making these relationships stronger than ever. So I'm seeing that you are going to help people either gain success, you're going to help them with their finances, you're going to help them with leaving the person that they can't leave. You will have a very special way of connecting to the public, to a community, to a spiritual community, whoever, wherever. You will know what is for you. But you will help them know what they need to leave, whether it's a toxic relationship or a toxic job, and you will have a special way of doing that. It could be freaking art. You could just be painting and making people laugh, and they're like, oh my gosh, like the way that they're just doing that, like I should be happy in life. I shouldn't just be settling. You're going to teach people not to settle. You're also going to teach people how to stay in their lane. Like you guys are living proof of how to live your life. And you might not think that, but you're going to start learning that, like, you're a pretty good example. You make art, Keith? That's awesome. Hi, guys. If this is your first live stream, welcome. Hiding pain behind the shades. There are a lot of people in the collective that are hiding pain. They're internalizing things. Maybe you know a lot about health and fitness. And there are other people that like are on this journey of having health issues. It could be thyroid, it could be digestive, it could be insulin, diabetic, it could be all types of things. But you have this special knowledge because of what you've been through. You could have a medical background. You could have family with a medical background. You could have a lot of knowledge that's going to help people out of this pain that they're trying to hide. You don't want to see people just giving up at a certain age in the house hiding in their sweatpants. You're like, I don't want to see that. So whatever your special gift is, you're going to help people get unblocked. Yeah, whatever it is that you guys do, whether it's holistic, whether it's art, like there's something that you will be a mentor in. Like you can get paid. Well, you will get paid. Whoever I'm speaking to, you will be getting paid. It will be stable. It will be secure. I love this. Okay, remember how I told you guys we're reading energy? You're going to be showing people, he's just not really that into you. Now, this could be about anything, but it could be especially about love. You have a really good way of reading and tuning into who really likes the other person. Like you could tell in your workplace, like who's going to get divorced, who's not really happy in their marriage. You have a special talent and gift for that. Use that because people love it. They need it. There's going to be people that will pay for that. Like, tell me about my relationship. Whether you're a psychic or you're an intuitive or you're a tarot reader, whether you're a therapist or a life coach, whatever it is that you do, people are like, I want to know. Now, I stopped doing personal reading specifically because I would have friends that were like, I really want a personal reading on Joey and Bobby and so, and I really want to know what's going on with them. I'm like, you don't want to know what's going on with them. I can tell you without even... Do you know what I mean? Let me show that comment. People say like, I want to know. I want to know. Not everybody's ready for the truth. You feel me? Not everybody is really ready for the truth like that, where they really want to hear like, hey, this is your message. And they're like, well, then they try to justify it. Well, actually, he wasn't talking to her. And you're like, this is why. There are going to be people that do that, but I feel like it's going to be the people closer to you. I feel like you'll be ready for that. But there's going to be other people that really need that. And it will be mostly strangers. Okay, it will be mostly strangers. We have miserable AF. Bestie, I don't know if you're about to go through a breakup. I don't know if you're about to get knocked up. Okay, this is a whole different part of the message. There is someone that is really miserable in your life. And you're like, do I want to create a family with this person? Do I want to get pregnant with this person? Really think about that, because we're looking at the Wizard Liz right now and we're like, ooh, that's 18 years stuck with that person, minimum. minimum. Okay? So you're really thinking right now, we can use any aspect of what's happening online, what's happening at work to say, well, I don't want to live that way, because if I'm not happy with them now, I'm not going to be happy with them when we get a house and we have more responsibilities. I'm not going to be happy with them. Look, beefing. Who are you beefing with right now? Because I'm telling you this right now. If you are beefing with them now, they are not going to be happy when you're wealthy, healthy, thriving. They're not going to be happy when you're rich and doing well. Look at what Revenge of the Nerd, freaking, what was his name? Whatever that guy, Landon, okay? That guy Landon. He was jealous of her success. You can tell that now that all of this is unfolding. That guy was miserable, and he wanted to take out his 8th grade revenge on her. You guys know that's one of my favorite things to say. That guy was like, the wizard Liz, oh my gosh, she's amazing. How am I going to make her pay for all the bullying that I've dealt with? Like, no. If they're miserable, they're only going to make it worse when you're successful, because they have the inside trade. They have the inside. They're inside. They're effing around inside. They're inside. You feel me? So if you've been thinking, I'm going to break up with them because I don't think if they're not happy for me now, how are they going to be happy for me later? Yeah, I feel like, thank you, Girl Discern. I feel like, I hope I said that right. Yes. I feel like he trapped her with that baby. Somebody might want to trap you. This is very specific, but somebody is miserable because you're thriving. You have ideas. You have things that you want to do, and they don't have any ideas. They're just like, well, I'm going to work my 9 to 5, and that's it. So why are you trying to be special over here? If they don't already know that you're special, run. Especially if you have not had a child with them, if you have not bought a house with them, bought a car with them, bought an asset or a liability with them, run. If they don't see you as special and they're like that dude, Landon, he couldn't even think of like why he was in love with her. Dude, what? I could think of like 50 million reasons of why I love my husband. And he, like, would it be like, ooh, that's a tough one. Like, riddle me, what? Do you know what I mean? No. You're supposed to go viral. And God is trying to show you right now. Do you see this? God is trying to show you right now, the divine, whoever your high power is, okay? Is trying to show you right now that they got animosity towards you. So be careful. Like, if you've been thinking, like, I think I should break up. I've been having dreams. I think they're doing something suspicious. Listen to that. Okay, listen to that. Especially if you guys are going to sleep in separate bedrooms or you're not really talking. You guys are going to bed mad. It's becoming a theme or a pattern. This person has animosity towards what your potential is. And anybody that has animosity or has you glowing down is not the person for you. They'll be helping you glow up, not glow down. Yeah. Wow. So I feel like somebody really needed to hear that you're wondering, oh, well, maybe when I'm doing better in life, like they'll have more respect for me. No, you don't have to change for anybody. You should already be enough. I dated way too many freaking losers that were like, they treated me like I should be a secret or I should be hidden, or that once I like stop partying and drinking and being an addict, like once I start being all of these things, like then I'll be good enough. Like, yeah, I should be sober and I should be, getting my life together. But no matter what, they were going to treat me like I wasn't good enough. And then when I was sober and getting married, then they all wanted to come around. Literally one after the other. They all tried to come around to basically say, you weren't good enough before, but now you're glowing up. And so we want a part of that. We feel like we're owed that. Clean up on aisle 4 because I'm about to throw hands, okay? I can't. I'm thinking like he kind of treats me like crap. Yeah, really think about that. If they don't hesitate to go out of town, I have a friend where her man is just like leaving for the summer to go to a different state. And I mean, he's going to Miami. and he's not taking her. He's like, oh, it's for a job opportunity. Bruh, we already don't trust you. So it's kind of like, what? You're going where for the summer? I can't. So if this person likes beefing with you, or they have like snide comments, or they don't like when you get attention, pay attention to that. Okay, pay attention to that. If you're single right now and you're online, be careful with people that are like trying to give you praise, especially if they're trying to hit at you, like they're trying to low-key date you. Okay, be careful with that, because basically Wizard Liz gave Landon the playbook. We don't mean to give people the playbook when we're on a public platform, but sometimes we do, depending on what our arena is. Whatever work arena you're in, sometimes we accidentally give them the playbook. So maybe you're dating somebody right now that already knew that you were hurt by other people. So they knew, like, oh, well, that dude messed up, that dude messed up, that dude messed up, and I found out right when I got here. So because of that, I don't really got to do that much. I can like do 2 notches above and it'll be pretty good. We are not giving people the playbook anymore. And if we think that they have it, we will know. Okay? If we think that they have the playbook, we will know. Look, a vibe, a hunch. If they start saying words like Landon tries to use words that the Wizard Liz uses. Oh, I manifested her. And then he tries to be using the word narcissist a lot. And I'm like, bro, you don't really know anything, but you just be trying to sound like you do. Listen to what these people are saying. Or, I heard somebody say this in a video today, record yourself together. The best thing that she ever did was record the 2 of them together. Because then you can kind of see what other people see. Okay? When you're just trying to like be silly and funny and, just, don't tell them that you're trying to watch them, but record the 2 of you together so you can kind of take the rose-colored glasses off. Because sometimes when we first start dating somebody, it is hard to see those signs, and we're not far away from them. We're leaning in to date them. So sometimes you can see that when you're dating and you film them and you're like, oh, that's the 2 of us together. Like they're making this face and that face and I didn't even see that. You feel me? Yeah, the drop smiles when you look away says everything. No personality of their own. I'm thinking of my ex-husband, LOL. Oh my gosh, Regina, I'm sorry. You guys broke up today. Yeah, I didn't know who that was for. I'm like, dang, somebody's breaking up like right now. But you're like, I'm done. Because you could be way happier. Think about this person that's putting the unfair, like they goad you, they berate you into doing things for them. No, you're in your I don't give an F. It's being activated. And they are going to be left shook. They're still going to be trying to paint the Rubik's Cube. They're like, oh my gosh, hurry, they're coming, paint it. And you're like, I see you. And while you're in there painting that Rubik's Cube, get your crap and get the F out of my house. Okay? You know what I mean? I can't. So, think about how perfect your life is going to be when you cut this person off. Think about how perfect your life is going to be when you don't have to go another round. You don't have to deal with their animosity. You don't have to deal with their jealousy. You don't have to deal with their, hidden agenda and their low-key, undermining words. Their unfair guilt trips. You guys know, we've all dated somebody like that. That's like, oh my gosh, why wouldn't you do that for me? All I asked for was a sandwich. All I asked for was this. So we are figuring out what real love is in family, in relationships, in our job. Like, just because they have passionate thoughts of us does not mean that they can control the urge to do other things. When people don't feel like they're in control and they're dating somebody, they do really shading things. Like that Landon dude out there, that little Dusty running around. He not only got told by her, I'm not effing with you at all. I'll have this baby on my own. He went and posted a picture of them like they're good, like they just went to coffee. That is so freaking manipulative. Like, she ain't gonna miss that crap. It's the finer things in life. Like, he couldn't control his lust. She said in her post, he could not control his lust, so he cannot leave the world. Some people want to get back at you. They want their revenge, whatever. So they feel like, oh, I'm going to put them in their place because they're so pretty and they're trying to go places and they're thinking about writing books and posting on social media. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat on them and I'm going to make them feel some type of way. Just as your I don't give an F is being activated, Revenge of the Nerds is being activated. Revenge of the Clowns and the Decepticons is all being activated at the same time. But you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready. I approve this message. This person that wanted to go another round with you, they thought, oh, I can trap them with this car. I got you a car. Oh, how many of us have been through that? Okay, where this person has the weirdest way of flexing. They're like, I bought you a car. Just kidding. I didn't put it in your name too. It's just in my name. So they try to control us with money, but they were over here not paying their bills. They had a very weird way of acting like they loved us. You feel me? Hey, Blurred Girl. Yeah, you guys are the walking plot twist. So the biggest plot twist that's ever. You have bands coming in. So you thought, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? I just had to spend money on this breakup. I just had to spend money kicking this person out of my house. Whatever it is, whatever you just had to spend money on. Not only are you going to get a lot of attention and success, people are going to be sprung on you. You have a new love interest coming in, one that is more your speed and more your type. When we get rid of the stepping stone, we're telling God, like, you know what? I figured out real fast that was not the one for me. And I'm showing you how my heart is ready for something better. So we're only going to get better and better and better and better. But why are we going to settle for this person that wants to constantly put us in our place? Okay, if they're bragging about putting you in your place, whether it's, well, I'm going to cheat on you or I'm going to do this. Be very careful with those that have the audacity. Okay, be very careful with those that have the audacity to tell you, like, well, if you don't do what I like, I'm going to have to do this. And you're like, what? Some of them, Revenge of the Nerd style, aren't going to tell you. Okay, they're not going to tell you. And sometimes we think, like, they're the safe option. They're going to be nice. Some nice guys. I've met a lot of nice guys on YouTube, and they were not nice. They were manipulative. They played mind games, and I was just a number, like, to collaborate with and get me to sell their crap. And it's like, get the frick out of here. I really can't wait to have my healthy relationship. Thank you, bestie. You're welcome. So you don't have to beef with whoever this is. That's not, I feel like when you're in a really good relationship, now this is my opinion and my theory, I feel like you resolve things quickly, whether you really want to or not. So you could be, the hothead in recovery, and they could be, really stubborn. But together you'll be like, hey, I'm sorry. Things just roll right off of your back. Like, hey, let's fix this. Or, that's been under the rug for a day or two. Let's get that up from underneath the rug and talk about it. You have bigger, better, and badder coming in. And you're going to be able to differentiate lust and sprung on what's going to be here for the long haul. Thank you, Land. Okay, let's see if we got anything else for you guys. I'm hearing that Miley Cyrus song, I got 2 ooh letters for you. One of them's F and the other one's U. I love it. Okay, we have best friends. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to get a new friend. Yes. Okay, we can always use a new friend. We can use a new friend. Okay, I don't know where I'm putting this because it's just putting it closer to you guys. You guys have a new friend coming in. One that's going to have your back. Maybe you've been really disappointed by the selection you've got around you. You're going to get a new friend where you're going to have an immediate spark. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you have a friend that maybe at the beginning you thought they were moving at the same speed as you. You thought like, oh my gosh, we're going to be best friends, and then something happened with them. I feel like it had to do with their relationship. Maybe their relationship was not the same speed as yours, or their money was not the same speed as yours. And it doesn't mean to say that like you don't wish them well. I feel like you do, but I feel like they're going through something and they're not sharing it with you, and you're reading the energy correctly. That something toxic is going on. It's almost like you can foresee when a friendship or a union is going to turn toxic or sour. And so maybe you have that feeling right now, like, I feel like this is going to turn sour, and I'm kind of bummed because I was really excited to have this friend. But guess what? You will find love again. Oh my gosh. So let's say you had a friend, let's say it's been a year or a little bit longer, and something's off with them. You feel like you're a burden or a bother, or I don't know, you're just reading that like it's not the same. Don't worry, you're going to find love again, a best friend that's going to have your back. Maybe this person, it's not easy to communicate with them, or they don't always answer the phone, and that could be, maybe you're realizing you've made excuses for them. Like, oh, it's fine that they don't always answer the phone, or like that they can't always like hang out, or that I can only talk to them when they want to talk. And you're realizing like, wait, no, it shouldn't be hard to do, because you might have another friend where like they're going to pick up the phone. You know what I mean? But yeah. Hi, Simmons. Hi, bestie. Hey, girl, hey. Okay, threatens to never leave you. This person could have even said, I'll never leave you, but, I mean, doesn't mean you're not going to walk out the door. I feel like, I don't know, something's going on with them. I feel like it's money and love. Money and love, where they're like, well, my money could be way better, and then you could feel like they're trying to take something out on you. I don't know. It feels like whatever relationship that was, it shifted really quick. It literally went from like 1 week it was good, and you were like, oh my gosh, this person's so caring and sincere and sweet, and then the next week it was like, you're seeing a different side of them. Okay, I get it. Somebody was trying to hide something from you. Hide a side of them. Hide a side of them that like throws tantrums, that has meltdowns, that like tries to like not talk so much about their toxic relationship. And they feel like maybe their person is not happy with them, and they really take that to heart. They feel like, oh my gosh, my person's always mad at me, and then my friend is over here, and like I can't really be a good friend to them because like I'm worried about this person all the time. So I don't know. Something's up with that. Something is up with that. Okay, let me see. Weird how life spreads great friends. Yeah, I feel like it's really hard for us to make legitimate friends. So you're going to make a lot of friends on social media. And I know that's maybe not ideal for you, but like it'll be okay because you're going to be using your discernment. You're going to have friendships where you don't have to be all the working parts, and like you don't have to do all the labor. Like I have Renaissance Tarot and Chandler. Like I can be friendly with them and I don't feel like obligated. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, if I don't shout them out and I don't share their content and I'm not like, I don't feel pressure from them. I feel like we can talk when we talk. Hey girl, hey boy, hey. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like it's pressure. And I felt like with other creators, it was like, be my friend and this is how you need to be my friend. Like, yeah, you're not going to have to do all the work. I feel like you guys can have acts of service, gift giving, quality time as your love languages. And so these are things that you immediately like put into people when you meet them. You're unlocking something new because you're telling God, you're telling the divine like, hey, something's up with them. So if you're going to pull them from my life and relocate them, like I'm ready. Because I'm not trying to be somebody's burden. I'm not trying to do that. So I feel like the divine is kind of like, okay, I'll bring you a new friend. I'll relocate them, bibbity boppity boo. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you. So yeah, we have social media. You're going to be making a lot of friends on social media. What was once locked on social media and with friendships and with love is now being unlocked because you are ripping open the floodgates of abundance, and I'm hearing hallelujah music. Yeah, your strategy has changed. You're like, okay, I see this for what it is. It's fine. It's a stepping stone. It's a video game. You're treating life like a video game. You're like, I'm ready to level up because I know whatever this is, I'm going to get something better. I don't need to beg somebody to be my friend. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Welcome if this is your first live. Yes, pressure makes diamonds, and we have been made out of a crap load of pressure. But yeah, you're not, science. So we have the scientist that fell on the ground. You were being really open-minded. So that's like a big confirmation. You're like, God, I know that you know what you're doing up there. Okay. I don't know what you'd be doing up there, but I know what you're doing. So I'm just going to trust. I'm going to trust. But I do have a feeling, bestie, that you're going to be hearing cha-ching. Your bank account is going to be changing by the way that you manifest. You're just like, I trust in what the divine has in store for me. So you are becoming the mad scientist in your life. It's not by you overthinking. It's just you understanding like the level up and the game and what God wants you to do. And you're like, God don't want me to run in circles for this girl. God won't want me to run in circles for this boy. And so I'm just wait. I'm just going to wait. My strategy has changed. But what I'm seeing with the scientist card here, let me pick it up. Okay. What I'm seeing with this scientist card is you guys having fun. Like, see how she's like an adult, but this is like your inner child. And I've never really read it this way, but I guess because I've been working on my own inner child healing, I'm seeing it that way. It's like you're having fun. You know, you're playing with your toys, and any of the videos you guys watch where the toys are involved, I try to put the affiliate links for like the calculator, the registers, all the things, okay? So if you're ever looking for that for you, for your inner child or your children, I got you. But yeah, you're looking at this like, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have fun in my life. I'm going to be open-minded. I'm going to continue to heal my inner child. Maybe this person doesn't see the inner child in you anymore. Maybe they're scared to be like open because they don't want to seem like a damsel in distress. Something like that. Thank you, Nicole. I love that. You guys love that because it's, you know, sometimes we have to be vulnerable with like, okay, well, I'm giving you guys a piece of me. And, you know, sometimes that can be nerve-wracking. Like, I don't know how that's about to be received, but let's try. Ooh, look what we got, you guys. Self-made. You will become successful or rich by your own efforts. So if people think that you're obsessed with what you like creating, they're like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? Whether it's painting or singing, and people are like, oh my gosh, tell them to stop singing. You know which people be feeling that way about you. No, sometimes you need to be self-obsessed. Okay, sometimes you need to be self-obsessed. We have Charity. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Yes, okay, so we have Charity. If you guys feel like you've made mistakes by being generous with people or being kind, don't. Because that's going to come back to you tenfold. Okay, you haven't made a mistake by like, dang, I shouldn't have given that to them. I would have had this, this, and that. No, all of that is being unlocked for you. All of it's coming back around to be multiplied in ways that you haven't seen in a very long time. Oh my gosh, you are talking about me as I stay singing, and I swear a friend that is around is saying like it's on their nerves. Yeah, you guys can feel when you're doing something and somebody likes it or doesn't, because when they like it, you feel encouraged. You're like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing it because I feel like it's being supported, energetically being supported. And when it's not, you're like, you feel like this. Oh my gosh, they're like embarrassed of me, or like they think I'm weird. You know what I mean? If I felt like the energy was like bad when I was like, letting my inner child thrive, I'd probably, keep some of that private. But I feel like it's needed. Other people need it. It's activating that in others. But you guys know when you're being vulnerable and people are like, like, what? What are they doing? Nicole says, I do it anyways. We have beauty. So there's something about the way that you are beautiful on the inside and out that will boost your earning power. Whether you are a hairstylist, you want to have a cosmetic line, you know how to enhance the beauty of others. So that's going to be one of your special talents and gifts, is enhancing the beauty of others by enriching their life. So you need to stand on, I don't give a F about you or anything that you do for anybody that has an opinion about it being bad. You were put here to ruffle feathers and enhance the beauty of others. I love that. I am here to ruffle feathers. I am here to enhance the beauty of others. Period. The end. Ooh. I like this too. So you are being prompted right now to be silent about certain things. Maybe you were really wanting to tell somebody like, oh, I'm so excited, I got this going on. But something keeps telling you, maybe don't tell them. You moving in silence while you continue to build is going to increase your personal power. So be careful with sharing too much too soon, because again, there's more than one way to give somebody the playbook. Do you know what I mean? There's more than one way to give somebody the playbook of what you want to do. Okay. There's something coming in that you don't see that you're about to be gifted, and it has to do with your leadership. So maybe you have a video that's going to do well, or you're going to get recognized, or you have a powerful ally coming in. Somebody powerful is watching you. But get this, someone will give you a gift or help you in some way, because you have natural talents, gifts, and abilities just waiting to be discovered. So that's why this activation is happening. So you don't just sit on that. You're not supposed to sit on it, because there are powerful people coming towards you that want to gift you things. And you're going to be like, wait, what? I didn't even see that. You're stepping into a role as a leader, and you're ready. Okay, you are ready. You just went through setbacks. Your money being stalled. Okay, thinking that you were going to live comfortably. Maybe having to move. And feeling like people were doing spell work on you. Okay, so you could have had people wishing you ill, wishing you harm. You could have had, money issues, financial issues, debt, taxes, whatever it is. Feeling like you make one step forward, two steps back. You're like, oh my gosh, is this the step and repeat? Feeling like, okay, I could plan that vacation, and then seeing that you can't. So you've been over it for a while, but whoever's a little bit salty with you, some friends that are, they're uncomfortable about feeling like the student. I said this to you guys in a message, I think a week ago. You have one or two friends that are trying to make money moves. So they're trying to make bigger moves in their life, and they feel like you make it look really easy. Okay? They feel like you make it look really easy. So they feel some type of way about your happiness. Like it's sad. And you're clocking it. You're clocking the way that they feel some type of way. And you're like, not today, Satan. And I want you to affirm it below. I defy the odds and I defy gravity. I'm ready for fun. I'm ready to play. Yeah, you are going to be shown. Somebody said control freaks. You are going to be seeing some people that have to control situations. They're going to be showing you that they're not a friend. Some of them you might already known were not friends, but you're looking at them crazy like, you are not going to counsel me. You are not going to tell me what to do. You are not going to micromanage me. No. It's not happening. You're like, I'm the teacher. And you don't even have to say this to them. They know that you're the teacher, but they be trying to act like, okay, class is in session, and they ain't learned from nothing. They ain't involved in nothing. They just play pretend on social media. This is my perfect family. This is my perfect relationship. Oh my gosh, I'm so awesome. And their life ain't even together. So don't worry, bestie. You have a real one coming in, whether it's a lover or a bestie. And they're going to help nurture, and they're going to help this blossom in you, because you will be able to feel vulnerable around them, where you're not being judged, where you're not feeling like weird about it, and you can just be yourself. You'll feel brave in being the teacher, the counselor, feeling self-made, letting your inner child heal. You'll feel good about that. Not like, are they looking at me? Do they think that I'm weird? Some of you guys might be writing. If you guys do content creation, you're a writer. If you do content creation, you're an influencer, you're a writer, you're a producer, you're in marketing, you're in advertising, you're in all those things. You feel me? You're like all those things. So really think about that when you're creating content, whether it's spiritual or you have to like get it ready. So you could like write notes. You could have a notebook. You could be manifesting, whatever it is. Thank you, Brittany, because I just made a purchase that I later started feeling bad. And God was like, how can I trust you if you're that reckless? So I've been a little down about that. Thank you for the... Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I felt that strongly. Like somebody was making some big moves and it wasn't easy for you to do. And then you felt like you backtracked a little bit, because you had to put money into something else, and you felt like, oh my gosh, like, does God trust me right now? Because I just had to do this. But it is something that you desire. And I feel like because you're pouring into yourself, however you look at it, you're pouring into yourself. And if you were hesitant on spending that on yourself, but you're making it work and you're making it go 3 different ways, you're going to handle it. A, because you're really hard on yourself and you're trying not to be. But B, because God has so much in store for you. God has so much in store for you. Like, I literally went through that myself. I was like, dang, I just fixed this. Oh my gosh. Like, I just created another fire for myself. Like, how did I do that? It was so fast. And then I was like, okay, let me pray about this, because I know that this was something I had to take care of. This is something that I had to do. And I know I'll make it work and I'll fix it. And money comes and goes. Money comes and goes. And we got to fix what we can fix. And we can't keep harping on ourselves and making ourselves feel bad. Like, God doesn't want us struggling like that. And really think about it. Are you reckless? Probably not. Like, is it okay that like you finally maybe are doing a little bit better and you want to like take care of some things? I feel like for the most part, we're just our worst critic. Okay. Ooh, we got health and money manager. So that came just in time. This is what I mean. This could have been for your health. This was a big blessing in disguise. So it's funny that I like just read that comment and it was from something that was said earlier. And then now this is coming out. We have money manager and health. Expect positive financial changes in your life. You might think you don't have it together, but look at your friends. Okay? Look at some of the people that are around you that you're outgrowing or you're walking away from. Do they handle money like you? Could they be a financial advisor? I know we'd be playing pretend over here. And I used to work at a bank, so I really did not like working in a bank, but I really like playing pretend. I really did not like that. I cannot stand in one spot and have somebody over my shoulder. Like, I can't be doing that. I can't. So this is way more fun. Way more fun. But look at the people that like be throwing shade and hate and dirt. I bet they can't do half the things that you can do with money. Let's be so for real. Okay? Let's be so for real. So if you had to use some money for your health, like you had to pay a trip to the emergency room, you had to pay an urgent care bill, you had to buy some supplements, you had an unexpected doctor's visit, and you're like, I just got out of debt, and now I just got into debt. Don't look at it that way, because you are managing it perfectly. And you've been doing it well thus far, where some of your friends, they couldn't even summon that money. First of all. So yeah, you guys are being spiritually protected right now. So don't be too hard on yourself that you had to use this. In whatever way that you had to use it, you have more on the way. You have a lot more on the way. I love that. I was thinking about this too. As you were getting ready for this next level, you could have been thinking like, oh my gosh, why are these bad things happening to me? You know, like the Wizard Liz could be thinking like, why is this bad crap happening to me? I cannot, but no, it's showing how protected she is. Before other things are involved, yes, there's already a child involved and a relationship, but before there's more assets or money tied together, she might be able to finagle out of there for the next level. It is showing that she is protected. And I hope that she sees it that way. But I know she's smart because she already went. And I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, let's see if she stands on her word. I don't think she's about to let that mother effer make a fool out of her twice. You know what I mean? So we have conflict and Gaia. Yeah, there was conflict that had to come in for you to be grounded. You're like, oh, I got to make this decision. Or do I make this one? I don't know. But this is showing you your divine protection. If you just got fired from a job, laid off from a job, had to walk away from a job, put your notice in at a job, put your resignation in at a job, whatever you had to do, and you're thinking like, oh, this might bring some conflict into my life, you are about to get the biggest freaking level up ever. So really think about that. There might be some people like, oh my gosh, you can't just walk away from your job. What are you doing? And you're like, but I have to. Your spirit is being called to do something else, and you might have people that are like, well, that's not practical, and we've got to be practical here. Bestie, there is nothing practical about what you're going to be doing in this life. So really think about that. People are like, oh my gosh, you need to like put your feet on the ground. God's helping you do that. So don't let other people make you feel, I don't know, especially if you've been thinking about something for a really long time. Let's say you've been thinking about this breakup for a really long time, leaving this job for a really long time. You already know the conflict that it could cause, and you've been getting your ducks in a row. So you're ready for this next level, okay? You truly are. I feel like in the last 5 years, you guys have been trying to get things together with your health, your money, your finances, being grounded, being happy, just doing what makes you feel evolved and like grow. Like you're going to be just fine. I'm seeing that you guys are going to have really creative ways of selling. So like maybe your money is going to be coming in more commission based than you thought. Because I feel like it's not going to be so high pressured sales for you if that is what you're doing. Spiritually, online, on the internet. Thank you, Ray. Okay, let's get you guys some advice before I leave. Okay, we have the truth. Your truth is what it is. Other people might try to mask it. They might try to one up you. What do you know? Nobody asked them. Okay? Nobody asked them. You're being asked, but nobody asked them. So people are going to try to maybe like belittle you. Stand on business. Stand on what you know. Stand on the truth. You don't have to hide behind anything. You're transparent. You put things on Front Street. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it 50 freaking times from now. Nobody's going to be able to tell me about myself ever because I put my ish on Front Street, what I need to be transparent about, and the rest is mine to know. Whoever is going to try to make you feel bad about your truth, you don't give an F. Okay? You don't give an F. You're not here for them. You are here for your cosmic blueprint, what the divine has in store for you. You don't answer to them. When people try to question me, I don't owe them an explanation. I don't answer to you. I answer to God. And if you're going to try to make me feel like I answer to you, I got something for you. And that is Nothing. Access denied. Have a nice day. Fly a kite off a cliff. Nobody asked you, Patrice. Patrice. You guys are funny. Hold on, guys. Somebody thinks they're important. Whoa. Okay. We have gratitude. Okay, I'm going to pick that up. Hold on. Cards are flying. Okay, we have celestial alignment. We have gratitude. And we have blossoming. I love this to like end your reading. Oh, and cosmic power. Oh my gosh, there's so many good ones. Hold on. Okay, let me put this over here. We have live out loud. Some people are going to get mad. You can see I've blocked like 4 people. Every time I pause, blickety blocked. Every time I pause, blickety blocked. Like boopity boopity boop, you're gone. Okay? Because I don't owe you anything. You're not going to talk to me crazy. You better talk to me nice. I'm not misunderstanding anything. You're committed to misunderstanding me and I don't care. So that is what you guys need to be standing in. Live out loud. Some people are going to be like, oh my gosh, what do you mean? Explain, expound. I don't have to. If you didn't get it the first time, it's not for you. We went right over your head. So you're going to stand in your cosmic power. You're going to sing when you want to, dance when you want to, walk when you want to. Just do what you want to. Then we have blossoming. Doesn't matter if you're a late bloomer or you started blooming 10 seconds ago. Like you have a message, you will help others enhance their beauty and enhance their lives. You will help others blossom. You have been getting into celestial alignment with your gratitude this week. I don't know if you've been feeling really emotional, if you've been crying a lot, whatever the case is, there's been a lot of, you've been opening a portal with this gratitude. Like, you know, everyone in your house could be sleeping and you're just sitting up at night like, oh, I'm so grateful that like this is going good and they're okay and they're safe. And like, I just see you guys just like, you know, my life is not that bad. My life is good. This has been putting you in celestial alignment and this has been opening portals for you. Okay. Really needed to focus on more gratitude. So what I would do, and a lot of my A1 day ones already know this, but I'm going to say it to everybody because we have a lot of new family on the channel. I used to have to work so much more than I do now. And I already work like 26 days out of the month, but that's a whole other story. When I used to do a lot of doubles between both my jobs, I used to come home very grumpy. I don't do that anymore. Rarely. But when I used to do that, I would come home and I was like, oh my gosh, I just hate everything. Ugh. So I come home on a bad day and I'm going to write a gratitude list. And I'm going to write that list until I'm not angry anymore. Like, my life is fine. I'm going to shut up now. I'm good. Do you know what I mean? So when we focus on gratitude, your frequency has to shift when you focus on that. What are you grateful for? Okay, I have this roof over my head. Let's say you started a social media and you're like, well, Brittany, I started a social media and I only had 10 views. Okay. Brittany, I started a social media and I only had 300 views. Okay, but could all these people fit in your living room? Think about that. Like, you're going to start being grateful for, when we're grateful for the minute, for the mundane, like, you know what, I'm grateful that my kitchen's clean right now. Like, maybe dirty dishes bother you and you're like, oh, it's good right now. I don't got to worry about that. I'm grateful for the food that I have in my fridge. I'm grateful for the money in my bank account. I'm grateful for this week I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. I'm grateful for, you know, whatever you're grateful for. And whenever you do that, you will open portals, you will open timelines because you are aligned. You are aligned. I have seen crazy things happen with money alone when I am in the spirit of gratitude. I would get home and being a bartender, I would face all of my cash the same way. I'd put all my crystals around it and then I would say thank you to God. Like, thank you, God, for the connections that I made today. Thank you for the people that took care of me. Just thank you for bringing me home safely. And then I would change out of my work clothes and then I would start my, you know, gratitude list. And that always seemed to help me on a really bad day. So I feel like you guys got this. There's so much that you've been shifting. You're ready to live out loud. You're not ashamed of your cosmic power. You're not ashamed of what's coming out of you, you know? You guys got this. Like, God works in mysterious ways. Remember when, I don't know if you guys remember this, for those of you that were like in the live streams in the last year, remember when we all like said a prayer for like the man-made Milton? Remember when like Milton was gonna hit Florida? And I was like, y'all, they got a man-made Milton trying to hit Florida, and we ain't having that. We all need to pray. And I had like 20,000 people. Like, I was like, we're gonna pray. And that man-made Milton didn't destroy Florida like it was supposed to. The power of your prayer, the people that you know, don't doubt it for 1 second. We don't empower the ops. We don't empower the people, like, we don't. Because it could be affecting a lot of other people when they focus on it. And we don't focus on it, but we are aware. Okay? Like, I'm aware of everything that goes on politically, like damn near. And if you know, you know. But I live in the States. So I like to be in the know, but I can't stay on top of the news. My husband will stay on top of the news, and then I'm informed. But like, his major was political science, so like that's his jam. And then he like breaks it down for me to where I can understand it. But that's not what I'm on social media for. I just like to know. But you know what I mean? So like when all that was going on, I was like, we need to pray for Florida. We're not going to let Florida go underwater. They've already gone through enough. Okay, they just went through this. They went through that. They went through this. So we were praying for the fires. We were praying for all the states because it was all happening at once on an election year. And look what happened, okay? People are okay, because that was scary. There was so much going on at once. That was freaking scary. I was like, dang, we got a freaking fire over here. We got this freaking drowning. We got that, like, they need to stop playing with the weather. It's not cute. It's not cute and it's not funny. And I'm glad that it's like calmed all the way down, because it's not cool. Okay, it's not cool. Like, they mess with enough of our stuff, our food, our water, our soil, our plants, like, come on. They've been doing it for so long. Everything is they need to stop. They need to stop. Don't even get me freaking started. Don't even get me started. Okay? So you are this rebel. People might think like, you're supposed to be this way. You will do things your way and people will listen. I don't care what the naysayers are saying. You will say what you need to say and people will listen. Like, I don't talk about politics a lot on my channel, but when I do, my subscribers listen, because I'm not doing it to be like, this is the ideology you need to have. This is the political party you need to be. This is team this or team that. I'm not here for that. I'm here to help raise the vibration of the collective while we're going through all of that. So we don't empower the man or whoever who's been trying to keep us down with what they put in our food and what they put in our Band-Aids and these freaking forever chemicals. I mean, everything you touch could be toxic and it's banned in another country, and that's not cool. Do you know what I mean? All those people that have been doing that for however long, that is not cool. So you're telling me that when my kid gets an owie and I put a Band-Aid on them, it's got a forever chemical on it? So you're telling me that when I go to use toilet paper, there's a forever chemical? Or I light a candle? Or I freaking breathe oxygen? Or I go to eat some spinach that I can't? It's ridiculous. Knowledge is power. Amen. Knowledge is power. So you're about to be sitting on top of the wheel because you are informed, but you don't use that information to belittle people. You are informed and you don't fearmonger. You don't make people like, oh my gosh, like, you know, people trying to control stuff and they're like, well, this is what's going to happen. You're like, oh my gosh, what? So you tell people that want to know, or I don't know. This is why your I don't give a is being activated. Yeah, so much corruption. It's so crazy. It is so crazy. There is like, everything is toxic. Everything. And so as we see like what's in our food, it's like, oh my gosh, they put it in every cereal, every supplement, every children's vitamin, every gummy, everything. It's everything. It's a pot, a pan, a knife, a cutting board. You know, they put yoga mats in freaking bread. Bruh, hold on. Okay. Nobody wants this in their bread. Nobody. These mother effers are sick, okay? Nobody wants yoga mat. Like, I gotta go check my bread for some freaking long ass crazy chemical because you guys wanted to put a yoga mat, just sprinkle some of that in my bread. You got me all the way effed up. Don't get me started. I know too much. And it will keep me up at night. Like, I can't. Yeah. There is it's a long name, but they put some of this in our bread in the US. Bro. And if you eat spinach and apples specifically, and blueberries, it doesn't even matter if it's organic. It's like the worst things that you could eat because it has so much in it, pesticides, and ugh. I can't, you guys. I get so mad. My heart is palpitating. Hold on. Like, you think about they put everything eye level for kids. So they're like, oh my gosh, mommy, I want this. And, our Fruity Pebbles and our Lucky Charms, they're all bright and fluorescent from all the dyes that they put in it that cause cancer. And you go to Canada and their Fruity Pebbles and their freaking Lucky Charms is real beige looking. You know what I mean? It's real, like, monotone. Because it has none of those dyes and chemicals in them. I can go on for days, you guys. But I try to do that in small doses because I don't want to overwhelm you guys. But yeah, there is something, I can't think of the word. But you guys, they be putting crazy things. Like, they'll be calling it a derivative. Like, you got to look at your creamers if you're in the States. Like, your creamers will say it's a milk derivative. It doesn't even have dairy in it. It's not even milk. What? I looked at 3 cold foams the other day for my coffee. Because I was like, I'm not going to Starbucks anymore. I'm going to make my coffee at home. I got organic coffee and I was like, this is lit. But then I'm looking at creamer and I'm looking at cold foam and I'm like, I want some cold foam, but riddle me what? It's milk derivative. I'm like, that ain't milk. That ain't dairy. It's just like Cheez-Its, Pringles. They're not potatoes. They're not crackers. They are crisp. And you do not want to know what those crisps are made of. It's crazy. And it causes inflammation and cancer. And it's just terrible. It's terrible. They put Teflon in our freaking pots and pans. Like, you guys, I can't. You use Rise Coffee? That's awesome. Yeah, right now I'm learning about stuff that's good for your metabolism. So I think I'm going to try to get sponsored by one of my favorite coffee companies that I've been trying out because I don't want to push anything on anybody that I don't ride for first. And you guys know how I am with supplements or coffees or matchas. I'm going to be a ride or die for it first before I present it to you. So I've been trying out this organic coffee that is really good for your metabolism. And I've been learning of like different things that can be added to it. And I'm going to start like incorporating a little of that because I feel like it will help a lot. Because I don't ever want my besties feeling like I don't know what's going on with my body. Is this inflammation? Is this thyroid? Is this is it low stomach acid? Is it too much stomach acid? Like, do I have an ulcer? Like, I have a whole bunch of knowledge on that. And so I feel like I should start sharing that, even though like I'm not an expert, but yeah. But be safe testing. Yeah, I only be using stuff that's like USDA approved. There is so many toxins and poisons in our coffee, especially Starbucks, and I never knew that before. And so I'm just like like drinking it, and I start listening to a bunch of different doctors. I follow a lot of holistic doctors and keto doctors, and I'm not even keto, but I like listening to their knowledge on like how the body works, and if they can tell me in simple terms, I'm like about that life, because then I feel like I can relay it in simple terms if I need to. But yes, oregano oil is good for you. For me, it's like too hard on my stomach, but it helps a lot of other people. And You can get emulsified oil of oregano. It's really good for your body if you want to get it in pill form. There is MCT oil, I think it's called. So I'm looking into like adding like ghee butter. No, ghee butter, not ghee butter. No, Kerrygold, grass-fed butter, and MCT oil. I think it's supposed to be really good to add to your like metabolic organic CGA. The CGA needs to be really high in your coffee for it to be healthy. So there is actually coffee that like changes the game, and that's what I've been trying because I'm like, oh, I want to put my subscribers on to this. You know what I mean? Because some people like coffee and some people like tea. So you're either like a green tea person or you're a coffee person, but whichever one, I'm going to have something for both of yous. Because I'm very passionate about that. Okay? Very passionate. Are you saying NZT like limitless? No. There is CGA. I think that's what it's called. Coffee. And basically it can like help speed up your metabolism, and there's other things that you can add to it. So whether you want to do apple cider vinegar, I know I'm not a fan of apple cider vinegar, like even if it's diluted, I'm like, ugh. But it's really good for you if you want to take that before every meal to curve what it can do to like spiking your insulin or you like craving sugar. It can really help you fight cravings. So if you want to have like a teaspoon, I don't know if it's a teaspoon or a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in some diluted water before each meal, like an hour before each meal, and you're having trouble with like, I want the carbs, I want the sugar, my glucose is all over the place, it's spiking, that can really help you. Another thing I'd recommend is Paleo Valley apple cider vinegar capsules if you don't want the drink. You know what I mean? But it's really good too to help you. Don't get bragged. So I was looking at that brand and I was like, wait, my doctor uses something else. What does he use? And he uses Paleo Valley because it has like ginger and other things in it. They do sell it on Amazon, but make sure you don't get scammed. I think with my members only, okay, if you guys are on members only, there's a doctor that I watch. I don't know if he's he's not a doctor. There's a YouTuber that I follow, and I'm going to share his channel with you guys on members only. So when I really love a channel or content creation or a video, I share that to members only because they have a smaller subscription base thingy-majiggy. I think it's like $6 for members only. And you guys get 2 early access ad-free videos, and then you guys get other content that I share that I watch. So what I want to do is I want to share his channel because it can really help you guys that are on my members only, whether you want keto or just help with your metabolism. Like, his information is amazing, whether you're keto or not. I'm in it. And I like that his videos are short. He's very knowledgeable. I forget his name. That's the second time I forgot it today because I was trying to tell one of my clients about it and he was like, what's it called? What's the coffee? And I'm like, frick, I forgot. Hold on. So I'm going to share that with you guys in members only. I'm going to share his channel. I'll probably share a video of his so you guys can like check out his channel. Check out, he's got like 600,000. I think he's got, 600,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, his channel ain't no joke. I don't know how I stumbled upon it, but I am so grateful. I am so grateful. The market is saturated with low toxic quality. Yeah, so this coffee, hold on. I'm going to grab it. So this is Purity Coffee, okay? And when you're doing things for your metabolism, you want to stay at medium roast. I like a dark roast personally, but I learned that even though they're medium roast, right? Medium? No, their dark roast is for allegedly the digestive system. This one is supposed to be geared towards more your metabolism, and I'm loving it. You guys, I used to drink shots of espresso. Shots. Now, you can get these in satchels or you can get them in K-Pods. Now, if you guys don't F with Keurig's at all, I get it because there's plastic in it and then hot water in the I get whatever. So you can buy it ground. I'm going to probably get sponsored by them So stay tuned for that. But basically, I get the tea bags. I get my little kettle going, and then I make it like a tea bag. So you can get satchels like a tea bag, or you can get Keurig. And because I don't F with the Keurig, I almost bought one, and then I was like, oh, wait, I didn't know that was bad for me. So I'm glad that I didn't buy it. Or you can buy the coffee beans. You can buy it in 3 forms. And if you do, I recommend this Purity Coffee Flow. You're going to want the medium roast. I used to drink 3 to 4 shots of espresso. Now I just drink one of these. I can't even finish it all. I can't even finish a cup. And I'm good. It's so good. So I really think that you guys will like this. And I will get you guys more information. I don't have it in front of me right now. I thought it would be on the box. Hold on. Let me read it for you. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Purity Coffee. Okay, so yeah, you can get them in this little satchels like this, or you can get them, ground. And the guy that I'm going to share with you on members only, he has a affiliate link, so you can save money if you don't want to subscribe and you just want to try it out first. But I feel like because of the way that this coffee is made, you can't just like get it really fast. Does that make sense? Like, you can get it pretty fast. You can't get it like super fast. And I don't feel like you can change the shipping. And it's because of the way that this stuff is like monitored. Not monitored, but does that make sense? Okay. So this coffee is, they prioritize the soil, integrity, biodiversity, carbon, sequestration, and ecosystem resilience. It is always organic, pesticide-free, USDA certified, organic Arabica. I hope I'm saying that right. Green coffee is our starting point. Hand-picked specialty grade, sustainably sourced? Why can I not read right now? Ensured positive impact on farmers' livelihood. Then we have third-party tested for mold and toxins, lab tested for mold and other contaminants and mycotoxins, roasted for health, measured antioxidants, and it tastes freaking amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I freaking love this coffee. I can't believe I haven't had espresso in a month. I haven't had espresso in a month. So I'm shook. But yeah, I'm about to put you guys on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share again in members only this channel that I've been watching. For those of you that want some more information on the metabolism, things that can help you like lose weight or fat that's hard to lose. And he has like really great cheat codes. So I'll be sharing that in the community tab right after this live stream. And then again, I'm going to see if I can get an affiliate link for you guys through Purity Coffee. Okay? But yeah, thank you guys for listening. I've never tried sea moss. I've been on this whole like health tour for a year, but I'd be trying to keep it to myself because I don't want to overwhelm people. You know what I mean? I love it. Yes, parasite and deworming cleanse is really good. The binders, the zeolite. Yep, I'm privy to all of that. I agree with you because they don't be telling you that in the US. They really don't. And those things, like, they go into your body, all these metals and toxins from, the water, the food, and then these parasites and things, they grab and hide behind these metals that are already in our body. I cannot. Okay, don't get me started. Okay, I love you guys so much. I look forward to talking to my members only right after the live stream. I'm going to post for you guys. If you're on Patreon, the link is below for exclusive ad-free content. Everything that goes on Patreon is exclusive to Patreon only. It doesn't get posted to YouTube. And it's only $11.11 a month. And I think that's it. All affiliate links are below for different products that I use that you guys could be interested in. I think that's it. So don't forget to smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell, duh. Thank you guys for hanging out with me in this live stream. I appreciate you guys so much. I look forward to speaking to you guys in the comments. Drop your favorite affirmation. And if you made it all the way to the end, I want you guys to drop a cup of coffee or a cup of tea down below if you made it all the way to the end. Okay? Bye, Kyrie. Oh, Kyrie's in here. Bye, Jess. Bye, Danielle. Bye, YouTubers. Bye, Lori. Bye, Jared. Bye, Atlanta. It's okay. A lot of us are going to be watching the replay. I know I will be. Well, I'm going to post on members only, then I'm going to watch the replay. I always at least watch it once. If you just got here, Fuzzy, you got here at the end. Bye, guys. Bye, Organic Slay. But yeah, I look forward to hearing how this resonated with you. You're in your I don't give up era. It's happening. It's happening. All right, I'm going to get out of here because I've just worked like, I don't know how many hours, at least 13. Yeah, that's not that bad, but it feels like it's a time. Okay, bye, guys. Have an amazing night. Mwah, 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 mwah.